Hey guys, it's Joe from Mattress Clarity. Today I'm going to be doing another review. Today we're looking at the Brooklyn Bedding Bowery Mattress. I'm going to be running this mattress through a number of tests. I'm going to be telling you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, basically with the idea of by the end of the video, you're going to know if this is the right fit for you. So stay tuned. I will do a quick overview here, but before we do that, if you have any specific questions or you'd like me to give you a personal recommendation, all you gotta do is just leave a comment below. So we have Brooklyn Bedding. They now have a line of 3 different mattresses. This is the Bowery. It's the most affordable. They own their own factory, which is unique, and it really gives you the opportunity to get the best value possible. So it all sounds very good, and I was excited to jump in and give it a try. Let's talk about the construction of this mattress. We have 10 inches in total, starting with the cover. It's a very thin cover. It allows you to interact with the top layer much more easily. The top layer is 3 inches of what's called Energex foam. You can think of Energex as basically memory foam, but faster recovery. So you can see if I push in, it responds immediately to pressure and snaps back into place. You can see it's very soft top layer, so you can see about how easily my hand can push into the top layer there. Then we have 2 inches of a transition foam and then a base layer, which is a pretty standard base layer for online all foam mattresses. There's a transition layer, so you can go from the soft comfort part of the mattress to the much firmer base layer a little bit more smoothly. So we have pretty good pressure relief with just a soft top layer. It's gonna be easy to move around because it's very responsive. You shouldn't feel like you're sleeping hot. I think that the foam's very good for that. But it's a pretty basic construction, and that's kind of the overview overall. Let's talk about firmness and feel. So as far as firmness is concerned, I'm gonna put this mattress about a 6 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest, and let's explain why I feel that way. The top 3 inches is a pretty soft Energex foam, and if you can see, I can push my hand pretty far into it pretty quickly. So it's definitely very soft material. Underneath that is a transition layer. So depending on who you are, how much you weigh, you may press through and sort of interact with that firmer layer underneath it. So I think the combination of those 2 layers is about a 6 out of 10, where it's very soft and then a little bit firmer underneath that. As far as the feel is concerned, there's some bounce to this mattress. So it responds immediately to pressure. That's what Energex is all about. You won't get that feeling of getting stuck. It's easy to move around. So it has a nice foam feel. It's pretty comfortable, and you won't get that feeling of getting stuck. I'm gonna talk through how I feel in different sleeping positions. When I come down on my back, I can feel my hips sink in a decent amount. It has a nice foam feel. It's pretty comfortable overall. I would say compared to other mattresses I've tried, my hips do sink in a little bit more. The top layer is pretty soft, so I feel like I'm kind of sinking into the mattress rather than sleeping on top of it. Especially compared with their signature mattress, I feel like that mattress is a little more supportive for back sleepers. When I come onto my side, it is a nice soft feeling. I do feel like there's pretty good pressure relief for someone of my weight. I would say for heavier sleepers, you might push through this initial top layer. That's why I'm bringing in Martin from my team. He's much heavier than I am. He'll give you kind of another perspective as a side sleeper. But it does feel nice for me on my side. And then on my stomach, I share similar thoughts to my back, where I feel like my hips are sinking in just a little bit more than they do with other mattresses. So that's just kind of something to note as well. I'm going to give you a visual representation of where you might feel pressure on this mattress. So I have a pressure map here. I'm going to lie down on my back, side, and stomach, and then you'll see in the pressure map blue for no pressure, all the way up to red for high pressure. So let's get started.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe is 5'9", 160. I am 6'7", 230. Different body type, and if you're more like my size, you might experience this mattress in a different way. So for me, on my side, I pressed right through that upper softer layer, right down to the firmer layer beneath. So I felt it was a little bit firmer than Joe did, more like a 7.5. My stomach and my back, I can feel my hips sinking in. So if you're my size and looking for something a little more support, you might want to look elsewhere.
Let's talk about motion isolation or motion transfer. Basically, what you want to know if you sleep with a partner, if they move around, are you going to feel it on your side of the bed? So I've got a cup here. I'm going to kind of roll around, create a disturbance around this cup, and you can see it's kind of moving a little bit. So I would say the motion isolation is about average. It's a decent option for couples. Let's talk about edge support. Edge support matters if you sleep with a partner or you just want to use the full surface area of the bed. So I'm on the edge here. The foam is collapsing, but let's say I'm tying my shoes. I don't think I'll have too much of a problem doing so. I'm going to come down here, lying very close to the edge. I don't feel like I'm going to be ejected from the bed, but I would say the edge support is fairly average. We'll talk about some of the pros or who I think this might be a good fit for. Number one is value. So this company actually owns their own factory, so they're true factory direct. Most online mattress companies actually work with another factory, so this is an opportunity to get a really very, very good value. And they brought the price down about as low as it can get, so it's very beneficial for consumers. I think this queen you can get for less than $700, for example, so just very, very good value. I think if you are a side sleeper and you're around my weight or less, it has a really nice soft feel, very good pressure relief for side sleeping. So I really enjoyed that as well. And what I like about this too is it has a nice foam feel, but it doesn't have some of the complaints that memory foam mattresses have, like getting hot, didn't really experience that, or getting the feeling of like getting stuck in your mattress. It's a very responsive sleeping surface, so I just thought it had a very nice foam feel. So some potential cons, or who I think this might not be the best fit for. When I was on my back and stomach, I felt my hips sinking in more than they do with other mattresses. So I think there's more supportive mattresses out there. Specifically within Brooklyn Bedding, if you go to their Signature or their Aurora, I feel like it'll hold up people a little bit better sleeping on their back and stomach. And heavier sleepers as well might want to watch out. I think if you sleep on your side, you may press too far, bottoming out when you're on your side, and might feel a little bit more firmness, or your hips might sink in a little bit too much if you sleep on your back or stomach. So that's just kind of something to note as well. All right, so to recap, this mattress is all about value. It's truly factory direct, so being able to get a queen for less than $700, just a very, very good value. And it could be a good fit for the right person. I think if you're around my weight, maybe a little bit more or less, and side sleepers will really enjoy this mattress. It has a very nice foam feel without the feeling of getting stuck or sleeping hot. I would just caution you if you're a bit heavier, there's probably more supportive options out there. But overall, it can be a really good fit for the right person. So that's basically it. So if you're just getting started with your research, we have a full list of just every review of every mattress you've ever seen on our website. Just Google Mattress Clarity Reviews. It'll be the first result. And definitely let me know if you have any questions.